Hello, I am Laurie of Your Life Core, and you are listening to Messages from the Universe. Here I deliver information from the mastery realms related to astrology, planetary influences, energy surges, and generally how we are evolving. I connect with angels, guides, ascended masters, astral beings, and those that come forward with messages to help us on our journey. Welcome, everyone. Hello, I am Laurie and thank you for listening. In life, there are always pivotal moments where we have the opportunity to say goodbye to something. And then there are other times that we don't have that opportunity to say goodbye and things go away or they leave us. The same holds true where we might have a chance to be introduced to something, to say hello to something, and we miss that opportunity. We might not take advantage of those hellos. We might choose to ignore or avoid them, walk away from them, not pause long enough and say hello. Sometimes we get so busy we just walk on by. You may have had the experience of someone trying to get your attention and you avoid making eye contact, or you say, "Sorry, I'm really busy right now. I don't have time to talk." You may also have had a time where you arrived and someone you wanted to see had already left. And that's a missed goodbye. Missed or taken opportunities to end things and also to begin things. And the universe is the same way. The universe is always giving us that opportunity to say goodbye or to end things, and then always the opportunity to begin new things. And sometimes we have to end things because if we keep adding new things, we become overwhelmed or we feel like we have too much on our plate. Here in Minnesota, we're known for our long goodbyes, and we laugh about it because this includes saying goodbye and then starting a whole nother conversation. Saying goodbye again and talking again and then saying goodbye again. And if it's not freezing outside, you might take those goodbyes and conversations out to the cars for that extended goodbye in the driveway. We struggle with saying goodbyes to things we've become very comfortable with, and you don't have to be Minnesotan to become uncomfortable or fall into that category of not liking to say goodbye. Even bad stuff can feel good. It feels like a nice warm blanket wrapped around us because we know what it is. Even in the bad stuff, we tolerate it because we are familiar with it. And some people can't say goodbyes, and they may instead say, "See you next time." The saying hello or goodbye also transfers into our daily lives. We avoid some hellos at risk of starting something new or changing something that we perceive could interrupt our lives. We also avoid saying goodbye because we may be afraid of letting something go. We keep holding that energy and carrying it with us everywhere. We may not know how to let it go, and we might be at peace when we do let it go. Sometimes it can feel like hard work to let things go, just as it can feel like it's hard work to start things new. The reality might be is that you might have some outdated ideas or habits that are holding you back right now. And today they cause a conflict between the way your life is now and how you're living it and how you want to live your life. Or they may create roadblocks in how you want to live your life or where you want to be 2 or 3 years from now. There's no need to make big decisions about things right away, but you'll need to be prepared to make some sacrifices when the time comes. And I struggle with that word sacrifices because the universe will direct you when to let things go, when you need to let them go. Don't worry about it. It should be obvious when you need to leave something behind. Acknowledge that it's the work that you're willing to do to leave those things behind. The best way to be is to know you and to understand what is best and easiest and most comfortable for you. Follow that. And while you understand if you do, it may be more easy for you to pick up what the universe is saying to you. And keep in mind, if you need to be somewhere that you're not, the universe will get you there. Today, I offer you an opportunity to say goodbye to some beliefs or imprints you might have about you, yourself, others, or your community. I'm going to read a list of goodbyes, and I'll invite you to notice if there's any triggers or things that you experience in your emotional body. Phrases that stick with you to the point that you maybe stop listening to what the next item is on my list. Maybe there are some things in your life you didn't know you were holding on to, or you did know, but now you're getting that nudge from the universe to truly let it go, to make room for something new. Maybe it was something that was hidden, and by my reading this list, it's just bringing it to the surface, and you're ready to say goodbye to it. After saying goodbye to a list of things, I'm going to follow with a list of hellos. These are the opportunities for a newer version of you, and something maybe you're ready or willing to turn on. When we say goodbye to something, we create that space, and we want to put in our mind or put in our hearts those things that we want to begin. And we're all human. You may have tried to say goodbye, but you've really never let go. You may have journaled about something, written things down, burned them in a fire, but they still seem to linger, return, or play like a poor recording in your mind. Be willing to let things go, and know that sometimes we need to consciously let them go multiple times. Be open to trusting that you are supported. The universe has your best interest at heart. And when you say goodbye to something, you can still hold the memory of it without it taking up so much space in your life. It's time for something new, something to replace what you're ready to say goodbye to. And again, please notice that when I read the hello statements, where you might push away or sabotage what the universe is trying to give you. Notice in either the goodbyes or the hellos if you have an emotional response, a thought. These are clues to something that might yet be there that's ready to be cleared and released, or something that's wanting to come in and you're sabotaging it. Before I read the list of goodbyes, I ask you to take a few deep breaths. I was working recently with a client that spars, and the message from his guides caught me off guard. And as often what happens to me is I get a download or an encyclopedia worth of information, and then I need to try to boil it down into cognitive sentences for the client. But the profound message that came through is, in the world of sparring or boxing, I believe they're taught to inhale and exhale with the punch. It's that force. It's the breathing and using your body to expel energy. I didn't know that, but through his angels, they reminded him to use the power of breath. And it seems so logical, yet we forget how often we hold our breath. We hold fear and pain and hurt in our held breaths. And really what we need to do is exhale. So remembering that with each exhale, you have the opportunity to release those energetic things that don't belong with you anymore. There's that force in your breath. And then with each inhale, there's new energy and courage to breathe in new, and then the force in the exhale to push out the things that you want to release. Maybe you're carrying someone else's belief of you. Maybe you are carrying a memory from something that happened or you did years and years ago. And honestly, you're a different person. You're in a different place. You've grown, you've matured. It's only a memory that holds you to something of the past. What might be holding on to you, or what memory might you be holding on to that you can simply release with an exhale? The force of the breath, inhaling the new and exhaling the old. And Archangel Michael gives us all the courage and insight to embrace change, to release those things that are known and unknown to us that may create mountains and dead ends for us. He helps clear the path, but he helps us be clear on our journey, to clear our path, to understand what's best for us. And Archangel Gabriel gives us the words, the freedom to release any heavy energy that holds us in pain, guilt, fear, regret, turmoil, or frustration. Lightens our energy so that we can see and address life's events with peace, calm, resiliency, agility, and harmony. lets us see the humor in our humanness, lets us see our ability to pivot and shift our lives, our thoughts, our emotions, and certainly our words, and reminds us we have power to uplift our being and make changes that are healthy for us. And Archangel Raphael, I ask that you be there as we explore our energy bodies, the physical, the etheric, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. Help us find and embrace the beauty and magic in each and all of those areas. Help us be freed from pain in our physical bodies, our emotional turmoil that we might experience, any mental blocks and thoughts that might limit us. Help us see the magnificence that we are, the beings that we are in this human wrapper. And Archangel Uriel, hear our thoughts, our words, our emotions. Help us gain surety in our beings, our paths, directions, where we can help others and where we need to help ourselves. Take our prayers to the heavens and deliver them with all the changes needed so we may be aligned and live our most divine highest self. And now with that, take a deep breath in, hold it for a little bit, and exhale. Continue to breathe, and as I read the list of goodbyes, notice if there are areas that you still need to release something or celebrate those things that maybe you've already said goodbye to. Maybe there's things on the list that no longer represent who you are, who you have become, or who you are yet to discover. I say goodbye to any places in my life where I feel stuck or limited. I say goodbye to limits I may have created for success, love, or the money I have or I need to make. I say goodbye to where I may feel unworthy or not deserving. I say goodbye to places in my life where I'm not sure of my path or the direction I'm to follow. I say goodbye to dread and drudgery. I say goodbye to fear. I say goodbye to feeling alone, unloved, invisible, or unheard. I say goodbye to beliefs that hold me back or limit my experiences. I say goodbye to people that doubt me, block me, avoid me, or sabotage me. I say goodbye to scarcity. I say goodbye to hatred, anger, frustration, and sabotage. I say goodbye to doubting myself. I say goodbye to unhealthy relationships. I say goodbye to unhealthy behaviors or physical activities. I say goodbye to unhealthy mental practices. I say goodbye to being scared and closed off to experiences, those things that life has to offer. I say goodbye to restlessness and sleeplessness nights filled with worry. I say goodbye to stress and the activities that create erratic moods or energy surges. I say goodbye to appeasing others when it doesn't serve me. I say goodbye to putting others before me when it puts my energy at risk. I say goodbye to being afraid to say no when it creates needed boundaries. I say goodbye to feeling unloved. I say goodbye to being told. I say goodbye to not being heard. I say goodbye to being silent or not speaking my truth. I say goodbye to not trusting in my wisdom. I say goodbye to doubting I know what is best for me. I say goodbye to being in the shadow. I say goodbye to boredom. I say goodbye to feeling unstable. I say goodbye to not pursuing my passions or my dreams. I say goodbye to not being present in the moment. I say goodbye to feeling unseen, unheard, or forgotten. I say goodbye to living someone else's life. I say goodbye to just going through the emotions. I say goodbye to hiding who I truly am. I say goodbye to judgments and roadblocks. I say goodbye to scarcity and not feeling worthy. I say goodbye to chaos and overwhelm. I say goodbye to giving of myself until I'm exhausted. I say goodbye to hiding from the world. I say goodbye to expectations of what I should be. I say goodbye to this old version of me. And take a couple of deep breaths in and exhale out, acknowledging all the things that you are saying goodbye to. And now you've created this space of saying hello. And I invite you to sit back and say hello to those things that will create the best life for you. I say hello to change, and the realization of who I was in the past has brought me to who I am today. I say hello to living life with purpose. I say hello to knowing I'm beautiful physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. I say hello to being an energetic being, always in transition and transformation. I say hello to being loved and loving unconditionally. I say hello to being open to all that the universe provides. I say hello to being at peace in the world. I say hello to being balanced in all areas of my life. I say hello to being in the light and living in the light each and every day. I say hello to being a caring spirit. I say hello to forgiveness. I say hello to trusting my internal wisdom and connection with divine light. I say hello to exactly who I am. I say hello to security, stability, and serenity in my self-presence. I say hello to courage. I say hello to moving forward me on my journey. I say hello to listening to when I need rest and knowing when I need to run. I say hello to learning and listening. I say hello to being heard and understood. I say hello to my spirited self. I say hello to the voice of my truth. I say hello to my conscious connection to all elements of the earth and the energetic realms. I say hello to knowing I am loved. I say hello to giving balanced love and light. I say hello to knowing and receiving healthy love. I say hello to amazing miracles. I say hello to abundance and comfort. I say hello to living with surety and purpose. I say hello to being the driver in my life. I say hello to excitement, exhilaration, and ecstasy. I say hello to all that life brings to me. I say hello to being the manifester of my life's journey. I say hello to peace and tranquility. I say hello to fulfilling relationships. I say hello to creating a life of awesomeness. I say hello to health in my physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental being. I say hello to living the life I choose. I say hello to being aligned with my purpose in all areas of my life. I say hello to living a life that's filled with laughter, happiness, and joy. I say hello to abundance in all that I touch. I say hello to dancing, laughing, and singing to the beat of my own drum. I say hello to feeling stable in all areas of my life. I say hello to being open and listening to all guidance. I say hello to acting on my life's desires and my dreams. I say hello to being present with all that life brings. I say hello to what the universe brings me because I know sometimes the universe brings me more than I could ever dream up. I say hello to the blessings of others. I say hello to being heard, understood, and trusted. I say hello to being asked. I say hello to higher dimensions of beings. I say hello to experiencing the best of humanity. I say hello to experiencing the evolving and ever-changing me. I say hello to experiencing the best of me. I say hello to living the best life. I say hello to my resiliency, my vibration as a human to think, to feel, and adapt. I say hello to the experiences yet to come. I say hello to love, and I say hello to me. And take a deep breath in and exhale. And with that, I invite you to lean into and lean forward into the energies of the universe, to continue to work on those things that need to be released and continue to welcome those things into your life that you can embrace, that forward you and give you the life of a fulfilled human being. And remember, the universe continues to deliver to us teachings and clues and messages and, of course, lessons to help us evolve. The universe wants us to heal from the past. The universe doesn't want us to be feeling like we're held back. We're given the opportunity to honor all parts of ourselves. And usually we turn that into looking at our being as imperfect, and we judge our being. I'm asking you to honor all parts of yourself. Understand that at all points in your life, you're in moments of transition and transformation, and everything is perfect as it is until you declare it something different. This is a time for you to embrace the old, to look back, to release it, to let it just be a memory that you hold, but not something that holds you back. And then step into the new year and embrace the new pieces or those new parts of your being that you want to embrace. Sometimes we go through evolution because we're so uncomfortable we can't stay where we were. And I invite you today to release those things, not from a place of being so uncomfortable that it has to go away, but because it's a choice, it's an intent. You're choosing to release those things, but you're also choosing to embrace those beautiful parts of yourself, especially as you enter the new year and as you look at maybe your evolution for this coming year. I'm Laurie Wondra of Your Life Core, and thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to Messages from the Universe. I'm Laurie Wondra. For current events or to schedule a private session, please visit www.yourlifecore.com.